fellas, are you looking for a new base design this wipe? Something that's strong, easy to build, efficient? Maybe it's not the same 2x2 you've been living out of for the past 3 years? Well, if that's the case, it's your lucky day. I just so happen to have designed this bad boy. I call it the pineapple. This base is easy to build, so it's perfect for newer players, but it's also good for more experienced players who may want to focus more on PvP and actually having fun, rather than building and farming. It can be expanded as you progress through the wipe. It starts as a cute little starter base. Look at it, aw, so cute. And then as you get more and more loot throughout the wipe, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It also has enough room for up to 3 people to live in and move around in comfortably without running into each other every 2 seconds due to its spacious interior. So if you like what you've heard so far, come on in and I'll give you a tour of the place. Starting in the airlock, we have a classic door block airlock because it's not a rust base without an airlock. You also have a convenient drop box right here so you can quickly depot all your loot and then get right back outside. There's also windows all around, so you can see if your neighbors are door camping you. Coming up the roof ramp, you'll find a repair bench right here. There's some boxes under it for extra storage, and then also a locker so you can quickly put on some kits and get right outside. Now we're in the main living area. The 6 furnaces have been moved inside the honeycomb, so you can have more space on the inside. Same with the large battery. And then right here, we have a mixing table for efficient gunpowder crafting, and it also has a small box under it. Over on this side, we have a 4-box sealable loot room. You can close it up with a window and window embrasure. And then we have a computer station and a bedroom for 2 people. Going up to the shooting floor, we have another locker that is definitely not full of L9s. It is full of regular kits, not for roof camping. And then the rest of this room is kind of a multi-purpose room. You can really do whatever you want with this room. You can put more mixing tables, more storage, more beds, or you could put a little cozy fireplace for you and the boys to snuggle in front of. It's really up to you what you do with this room. And then through these 2 doors, there's 2 metal double doors on either side. That takes you out to the 360-degree roof shooting floor, so you can see everything that's going around your area. Going up 1 more floor, here we have a Minicopter garage guarded by 2 shotgun traps at the front. This thing can hold up to 3 minis, and it even has a wooden helipad, making it easier to land. Coming down the ladder hatch, now we're in the core, and you're immediately met with a shotgun trap. That's going to help stop any raiders during an offline. You also have your workbench down here, and bags on the floor. You have 2 full loot rooms here, bringing the total storage space of this base to 924 slots of storage, so there's plenty of space throughout the base to add more boxes. And then finally, you have the TC tucked away in the back, right there. Well, with the tour out of the way, let's start building the base. Before we begin building, we need to see whether or not the footprint will fit at your chosen build spot. To do so, Place a triangle and 3 squares around it. Now surround that with more triangles. Off of the side where you want your airlock to be, place down 2 squares and fill in the gaps with more triangles. In the middle, place down 3 triangles for the airlock, and in the back, on either side of the center triangle, place 2 more triangles. The final footprint should look like this. If everything fits, you're ready to start building. To start the build, I'll remove everything except this triangle and this square. On the triangle, build a compartment for the tool cupboard and seal it with a double door. In the square next to it, build 2 walls. Then, place a triangle and 2 more squares on either side of it. Surround this area with walls, leaving space for a double door here. Place another double door right next to that, and seal the roof. This is your starter. In the square next to the TC, place 2 large boxes here, as close to the right as you can. If you need more storage, you can also place 2 small boxes in front of them, like so. Then, in the square to the left, place 2 furnaces and your team's sleeping bags. Finally, in the square next to the entrance, place down your workbench and a campfire. Keep in mind that at this point in time, the base doesn't have an airlock, so be very cautious that only 1 door is open at a time. While this guy's building an absolute banger of a base, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted your own Rust server so you can mess around on it with your friends and do stuff like this?
Dodge the M, take a ramp.
Well, thanks to today's sponsor, you can. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to announce that this video is sponsored by Pine Hosting. Pine Hosting is an affordable server hosting service that makes it extremely easy for anyone to host their own high-performance server. Even this guy. This guy could host his own server with Pine Hosting. The admin panel makes it super easy for you to customize your server just the way you want it. And with the quick install plugin panel, installing plugins like this is just a mouse click away. And if you somehow mess something up, don't worry, Pine AI can detect any issue you have in seconds. Plus, they have servers all across the globe. Look at this map. Whoa! And the best part about all of this is that it's affordable. And it can be even more affordable if you click the link down in the description and use code MAMA for 30% off on checkout. Thank you again to Pine Hosting for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the build. To continue expanding the base, come to the outside and find this area. Place 2 triangles. On the right triangle, build a half-height triangle and upgrade it to wood. Now you can seal this entire part in. Then, continuing around the base, you'll see this missing triangle, and we'll do the same thing here. Build a half-height triangle, upgrade to wood, and seal. Now, back in your main loot room, you can build a triangle shelf and place down 2 more large boxes. Heading back outside, right in front of your entrance, place down 2 triangles and surround with walls. Build a roof on the right triangle. To be able to get up, build a half-height triangle right in front of your door and upgrade it to wood. Coming up, build 2 more walls, a wall frame, and a roof. Seal with a door opening outwards. Now, at the front of the base, which is to the right of the door you just placed, jump down and place 2 squares. In the middle, place a triangle, and then 3 more for the airlock. Next, place a triangle roof in the middle so you can get up. Now, go around the entire base and place down triangles and honeycomb them. At the front of the base, you'll notice 2 triangle-shaped gaps between the squares and the honeycomb. Fill those in, and now you can close in this entire area with walls and floors as shown. Then, come down to the front of the base and build the airlock by placing 2 single doorways on the left and surrounding everything else with window frames. Now come up and surround this entire top area with walls. Make sure you seal in this honeycomb that's hiding behind your jump up. Once you reach the airlock roof ramp, place 3 more walls like this to make a Y shape. Now, place floors in these 4 triangles and seal them with walls. Place 1 wall here, in between the 2 triangles and the square, and another wall in front of the jump up in between these 2 triangles. Now, you can close off this entire section with floors, making sure to not place a floor at the top of the Y. Once this entire area is closed off, come to the top of the Y shape and build a half-height triangle. Jump up and place 3 walls like so. Above the jump up, build another half-height triangle, and then upgrade the roof above that to wood. Everything else can be stone. Build 2 wall frames and seal with metal doors. Now that the second floor is fully built, we can go around and furnish the interior. Starting down in the core, remove the tier 1 and campfire and replace it with a tier 2, placing it along this wall. In the square with the furnaces, remove the furnaces and the bags, and place a square shelf with 4 large boxes and 4 small boxes. If you have the metal right now, upgrade the back wall to sheet metal, otherwise you'll have to pick up a box later. Now you can replace the sleeping bags. Place 1 diagonally like this, another one along the base of the triangle, and the third one in the square with the workbench. Now, build 2 wall frames and replace all the metal doors with garage doors. Finally, place 1 more small box here between the large boxes and the TC. At the jump up, seal this hole in the wall and soft side the wooden floor. Place a ladder hatch with the ladder opening towards the garage door. If you don't have a ladder hatch yet, you can just place a ladder on the right wall. Climbing up the ladder, replace this metal door with a garage door. Now that we're on the second floor, place stone window frames in these 3 triangles. In these 2, you can place down your 6 furnaces. In this one, place down a large battery. If you don't plan on using electricity, you can just fill this with more furnaces. In the space next to it, you can put down a mixing table with a small box under it. Coming to this compartment, build a half-height shelf and place 4 large boxes here. Close it off with a window frame, and in the square next to that, place down 2 beds. If you're playing in a trio, pick the player that roof camps the most, and you can put his bed up in the shooting floor later. Place a computer station in the triangle in front of the beds. In front of the shooting floor jump up, place a shotgun trap. At this point, go around and place wall frames in all of the available slots and fill them with garage doors. If you can't fill them all right now, don't worry about it, just place them as you progress through the wipe. In the hallway towards the airlock, place down a locker along this wall. Next to it, place a repair bench with 2 small boxes under it. Finally, in the airlock, place a large box to act as a drop box. Before we continue building, we're going to do a little upgrading. Come down to the core and upgrade all of the walls, foundations, and ceilings to metal. Now come upstairs and upgrade the triangle under the shooting floor jump up to metal as well. Now that that's all done, come up to the shooting floor and place down 4 window frames, a wall, and 2 door frames. Fill the wall frames with double doors opening outwards, and the window frames with glass windows. Now, open the door on the left, and starting from this square, place down a square, 2 triangles, square, square, 2 triangles, and a square. There shouldn't be any gaps. You can upgrade these directly to metal to prevent people from easily soft-siding in. Now you can go around the perimeter and place down window frames with vertical window embrasures. Replace these 2 metal double doors with garage doors. And on this wall, place a locker, and if you have that 3rd teammate that likes roof camping, you can place his bed in this corner. Continuing up to the Minicopter garage, offside this wooden floor, and build 3 walls and 2 wall frames in the same configuration that we did earlier. Make sure to place a half-height triangle above the jump up before you place down the wall frames. Upgrade these walls and roof tiles directly to metal, and place garage doors in the wall frames. Place 3 walls on each side of the metal jump up so that it sort of looks like the letter C. In the middle of those walls, place a wall frame with a garage door. Then, in the space directly in front of the garage door, place 2 wooden triangles to act as a helipad. At this point, the base is complete. All that's left to do is to upgrade to metal and high qual, but you can do that as you progress through the wipe and as you acquire more materials. Start the upgrades in the core. Upgrade the TC compartment, the 2 loot rooms, and the triangle between them to high qual. If you're having trouble upgrading this back wall in the secondary loot room, pick up one of your large boxes. As you progress through the wipe and eventually get a tier 3 workbench, place it where the tier 2 is. Coming up to the 2nd floor, upgrade the top half of the ladder hatch to metal, and you can continue upgrading the entire 2nd floor to metal. Basically, if you see stone, upgrade it. That obviously does not apply to the wall frames. Before we go outside, come up to the shooting floor, upgrade these 3 walls, the roof, and the floor to metal. Go out into the shooting floor ring and upgrade all of the floors in there to metal too. In the airlock, upgrade the roof ramp and the 2 walls as well. Now that we're outside, upgrade the entire first level of honeycomb to metal. Finally, upgrade these 2 walls on the left side of the airlock. If you want to add electricity, you can place a wind turbine or a few solar panels on the roof and connect those to your battery. Lastly, when you're logging off for the night, place glass windows and metal embrasures on the furnaces, battery, and loot room windows. In the end, when this base is fully upgraded, the daily upkeep is 45 wood, 4.8 thousand stone, 5.2 thousand metal, and 66 high qual. Well boys, that's the end of this one. Hope you use this base in your future wipes, and if you do, feel free to send it in the Discord. I'd love to see you guys building it in game. It's been a while since I've made a proper video like this with a script and planning and filming and all that, so it was nice to do something like that again. Also, it was my first time actually setting up a green screen and filming and doing lav mic work and all that shit. So cut me some slack. I know my t-shirt is slightly transparent in the intro. I don't know how to fix that shit. You have to get the lighting and everything fucking perfect, otherwise it doesn't key correctly. So yeah, just deal with it. But yeah, one final thank you to Pine Hosting for sponsoring the video. They are the first actual sponsor I've had on this channel, so it means a lot to me. And if you want a server, go check them out. Use code MAMA, you get 30% off. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching, and have a good wipe.